Okay, welcome to another video here, and I get to talk today about packing and going on a big trip. So I actually leave tomorrow to go to Alaska. So this has been a trip that's been 3 months in the planning. My dad is the one who's instigating it. It's something he's wanted to do forever. And so today we are going to go over what I'm packing to make this hopefully a safe, enjoyable trip. And hopefully that will help you out too. So let's go to what I have and how we're going to make this possible. So here is my setup. So I have my backpack. I have a 65-liter backpack, my tripod, carbon fiber, a backup map, little basic first aid kit. Let me get a little closer. Some gloves, a beanie, nothing terribly exciting there. I use this GSI backpacking pot, and it has some bowls and stuff like that inside. So that's going to be my cooking setup. And then here is a little stove, little MSR stove, not bad. This is my it's like a fishing shirt, and it's ultra lightweight, quick dry. I got it from the Division of Wildlife when I worked for them. And so instead of having my standard logo that I used for the state of Utah, I now have a Junior Ranger pin that covers that, so that's fun. Pants, quick dry, shorts, and then I also have an Under Armour. And so this setup right here, Under Armour shirt and my kind of fleece underwear, those are all for in camp, while this and this are for hiking, and these are my socks, wool socks for hiking. Now, I have that right there is my sleeping bag. Oh, where's my air pad? Okay, here is the magic. So I have a Thermarest Neo Air pad, and I also have a Zen Bivy sleeping bag. Sleeping quilt. So this is an ultralight sleeping quilt for 15 degrees. And then this is my Thermarest that has an R value of like 7. And so it's designed for really cold temperatures. And it's probably going to get cold there in Alaska. And so temperatures should be between 50s and 30s where we're at. Next, for warmth, I've got my rain shell pants. I have a raincoat, and then I have my Cotopaxi fleece. So the idea is, while I'm hiking or if it's colder, I'll have the shirt, and if it's really cold, I'll have the Under Armour on, Under Armour shirt, and then I'll have the Cotopaxi puffer coat, and then the rain shell. Hopefully the combination of all of that can take me down into the 30s, and as if I'm moving around, I should be just fine. Hopefully it doesn't get into the 20s or the teens, because that is beyond, I think, what this can do if I am standing still. If I'm moving around, I think I'll be just fine. Now, as for camera equipment, I have my R5. I'll have a 16 to 30 or my 14 to 35, and I have the 70 to 200 here on for my camera equipment. I have a total of 4 batteries. Here's 3 extra here and 1 in the camera, a polarizer, an extra battery bank, and then always I have a Garmin that has SOS, and it also has the ability to text, and so I can text my wife while I'm out and about. And so this is my whole setup. With everything, I am about 45 pounds with food. Okay, let's talk about food and what I'm planning on doing for food. The challenge with doing this backpacking trip is, one, partially bears. Bears are going to make this a lot more difficult. Normally I don't have to worry about that. And I have to have a bear canister that makes the actual hiking experience a lot more heavy and a lot more bulky and stiff. And so I have here things like oatmeal and all of my meals here in this bag. Now what I have done is I've taken like granola and I've parsed it out and kind of measured to get an idea how much calories I get per meal. And then I have a few other things that are to help it along the way. What I have been doing and realizing, I'm probably not going to have enough calories if I'm going to try to maintain energy. So I am switching out my basic granola bars with as many like high energy bars, so things like Cliff bars or Laura bars, and I'm trying to do as much high density calorie meals, mostly because we're doing 5 to 6 miles, probably maybe 5 miles on any given day, but 3 of those days we have to essentially do 1,500 feet elevation climbs, and so, or more. So if you're familiar with southern Utah, hiking to the top of Angel's Landing 3 times on this trip, that is a tall order on top of carrying all of the backpacking equipment. And so I've realized I need to actually change some of my food options so I have a higher density calorie meals, and so I can maintain my energy throughout this and also reduce size. One of the things I've come to realize as I've been trying to put these meals together is size is really challenging because I have to have everything fit inside a bear box, and I can't just ram things all over the place to get them to work. I have to fit everything in the bear box both before and after the meal. So any and all garbage also has to go back in there. I can't have, bits and pieces wander to other places. So I have to be really conscious of everything I'm doing and every ounce I'm bringing and every ounce of space I'm bringing. And so in order to do that, I've had to take all of my usual freeze-dried meals and pull them out of their regular cooking bags that they come in and put them in Ziploc bags, which also means I have to use and clean my pot a lot more. Usually you try to just have your pot boil the water and then you cook everything away from that, but I don't have that luxury. I have too many meals that I couldn't fit into my bear canister unless I took them out of the bag. And so suddenly I have to figure out how to get everything in and out and keep everything safe and keep me from being eaten and keep my food from getting eaten by a bear. So that is challenging. So that is the gist of what I have to deal with. I get all my stuff down here on the ground. I've got to repack it all up and put it back away. To get all of my backpack and all of my equipment up, I actually have to send that into a set, or I'm going to take my main backpack, load it up, and then stick it into a different duffel bag, and then that's what's going to be checked in. Now, one of the things that I always personally do is the camera sticks with me at all times, and so the camera will actually be on my carry-on, and the tripod will be with me on the carry-on. I've taken the tripod multiple times onto airliners, and they have never cared. So, nonetheless, tripod and my camera stays with me, and the lithium batteries actually have to stay with me too. They don't actually like those going into the checked luggage. So the lithium batteries all stay with me, and then we head out. So I leave tomorrow morning bright and early, and from there we fly up to Alaska. I don't know if I'll be able to actually do a video. I can't actually bring the GoPro along. I'm out of space. So I will have to do a video following that, and I'll probably do some video on the big camera to just kind of show what we're doing on my cell phone, but I don't have the space and the energy to carry the camera on top of the other equipment I need to do that. I am already maxed out on my space. If I had maybe an additional 5 liters, my bag's only 65 liters. If I had maybe 70, I could bring this camera along, but I am at the limit of what I can bring simply because I have to go into colder temperatures. If it was warmer, it'd be much easier, but because it's cold, I am really limited on what I can bring. I have to bring additional things to keep me alive, more than I have to worry about doing a video for you guys. So I will do what I can while I'm out there, but nonetheless, I will see you guys in 2 weeks when I get back, and it should be good.